How many of you avoid women in the workplace? Hey, gang. There was a post in another sub yesterday, I forget where a woman was sharing that she was disappointed with the men in her office, because their efforts to create a respectful professional distance from her lead her to feel outcast, or at least, not part of the group. She was aware that they were trying to be respectful, but felt marginalized because of it. The comments were a bit of a mess, as you'd imagine, but very interesting. I was very surprised by the number of men who say that they avoid women altogether in the workplace, and refuse to be put on one-on-one projects with them, because they feared being accused of inappropriate behavior or comments/sexism/etc. Their feeling was because women now hold so much power in corporate spaces, or perhaps because HR departments or corporate offices has such a zero-tolerance policy towards reports like this, that male interactions with females were not worth the risk. I was really surprised by all this. I'm in my 40s and have worked in a number of offices with interacted with hundreds of women on many different teams and never had a problem. I was really surprised to hear that so many guys were so worried by all this that they'd simply refuse to interact with women, or even that they could do that in the first place. So, I'm wondering, what's your experience here? I'm not sure if the conservation was Reddit real, where the loudest fringe voices ended up at the top of the post, or if this is a bigger happening than I know about. I'm curious to hear your experiences/insights. I don't avoid them, but when around female colleagues I am a lot more conscious of my mannerisms/body language, eye contact, and words, for I don't ever want anything misconstrued, especially since I am a pretty friendly person who typically goes out of my way to help others if I can. My friend had an issue with something similarly. He works in retail, male, gay, 30s. His coworker is 17-year-old girl. They both enjoy joking about TikToks and making sassy jokes with each other. One of the other staff members has a major crush on this girl, and also is anti-LGBTQ+, so he dim-wittedly thought that he could impress her by standing up for her, aka reporting false information, saying that my friend made inappropriate comments about her but behind her back, to somehow prove that he's actually not a gay man but just a predator, to her brother, also an employee there. So the brother reported that he overheard my friend's inappropriate comments, that were never said. When the whole situation was resolved and sorted out, the kid was like, it was just a prank, whatever. The problem with making such an accusation is how it could detrimentally affect a male in his 30s in relation to a female who is underage. Just having that issue on his record is detrimental, so obviously such things shouldn't be handled lightly. So I get the paranoia some men feel, but at the same time most of the Ken who are legitimately afraid of being accused likely behave in ways that could get them accused to begin with, and they just don't want to admit they are wrong or change their behavior/beliefs.